All right. I pray you're all having a great, safe weekend and you're staying fucking dry and safe because, like, lately, rain is just saying fuck everyone and everything. You know? They're saying it's supposed to, the floods are about to be turning up, so if y'all can. Forgive us, God. This thing keeps on falling. Yeah, we know. TikTok always want to sit up there and try to, tell you the guidelines. And I know the guidelines, okay? I'm not breaking any. Alright? But no, like this flooding crap, or this flooding stuff is wild. I'm not even trying to just like think of like some relevant topic. I'm saying that because literally I was shooting in a fucking storm earlier. Like I said, I don't care about storms. Okay, storms aren't something that I'm bothered by because I love stormy weather. Shit, all of us in our own way are a fucking storm. What's funny, what I like about, but yeah, no, it's like, I'm gonna get into this in a little bit, but, you hear about all the floods, right? But then you also hear about you hear about the floods and the rain and everything, right? But then you're actually out in it, and then like you're looking at like how fast the water rises just from like, not even an hour of rainfall. It's wild. It's actually wild. But what I like about this, all right, notice, okay, it's literally a dragon, and he's making s'mores with his fire, and it's so convenient. It's so convenient. I mean, if you were a dragon, wouldn't you also just like say, forget holding it over it? Which kind of, it's funny because they're making s'mores, but there's no campfire. So it's implied that the dragon is the one making the s'mores for the rabbit down here. But this is what I find even funnier. Colored pencil sketch. Everything on this is a colored pencil sketch, except for him. He's like 3D rendered, but then so it's like 2D, 3D. Oh man, that's great. But we're gonna be drawing shit, and if anybody wants to drop any suggestions on what the fuck I should draw, by all means, go ahead and let us know, because we're just gonna be drawing whatever as we talk about whatever and anything and everything. Is this loud enough? It should be loud enough. But exactly. You see, one of my favorite things to do is just send it. Not think about it. Okay? Not even it's telling me to invite people. I ain't inviting nobody. Hey, people have their own stuff. If they tune in, they just tune into, wow, okay, this thing is not gonna cooperate. Then they're just tuning into what normally goes on. If I go out like this. But yeah, like I said, sending it. And like, right, okay, so on a daily basis, we're making decisions, we're doing whatever, right? So this is a new day, right? Take this blank piece of paper. It's basically a new day. Throughout this whole fucking little live or whatever, we're gonna fucking like that's one of my favorite things to do, especially, right? Just let how great you are be great instead of forcing it. All right? Literally, as we get into this shit more and more, what is this shit? Woo! For anybody who has a soul, for anybody who's breathing, chances are you're aware of the fact that there's shit going on. All right? There's shit that you have to be aware of. Right? You got to be aware of it. Because if you're not aware of it, then chances are you just, your awareness is not increasing. All right, it's not increasing. You want your awareness to be always increasing, because there's no limit to how great shit will always be. There's no limit to how great shit will always be, okay? So don't be someone who chooses. Don't choose to have a low, to not want to understand and appreciate more and to become more. No. Okay, you gotta be resilient. I was out in that motherfucking storm. It was forgive us, God. It was raining. I thought it was about to storm, or I thought it was about to hail, and it didn't. And I am thanking God and everything for no hail, because hail is some stupid shit. Ice ball in the middle of summer. Fuck out of here. Anyways, people are resilient, and you got to be resilient. And when you get around the resilience out here, that'll inspire you. What am I talking about? Me? Okay, this is what I'm talking about. I'm at the park, making a video. Rain comes down. No one's in sight. I get to the car. I'm chilling because I have to wait for the rain to calm down to finish the video in the car. It stops. The sun isn't out for shit, but the rain stops. Boom! Immediately, as soon as the rain stops, somebody in their truck or a family in their truck pulled up with a barbecue pit and some buns and some chips and a cooler. All right, and they started cooking out. That's resilience. I don't know where the fuck they were when the storm was happening, but chances are, they were already on their way over there and it started to ring. I don't know. I mean, I don't check the weather half the time for shit. I just always dress in layers, so just in case, But that's never a reason to sit up there and just not do shit at all. No, we gotta be doing shit. We gotta be doing shit. We gotta be doing shit. And until also, I wanted to say thank you for 100 followers or 100 to the 100 or however many people we have. It's a blessing. Beyond beautiful. Let's keep going. Let's never stop, because numbers don't really fucking matter to me. I'm gonna be honest. Numbers don't matter to me. I've always said don't focus on the numbers, especially when the numbers from the beginning weren't even why you did it from the start, right? I never did this shit because of numbers. I never did this shit because no. And guess what? From the start, nobody ever got on Earth and did it for the numbers. Numbers weren't even something that you were aware of until like way later. Way later. The countdown to success. What the fuck are you talking about? That right there is gonna give your ass a headache. Damn, this fucking marker. The countdown to. I don't count nothing. I'm not counting nothing. For what? No, fuck Toyota. Okay, it's not fuck Toyota. But you're interrupting the vibes because we got to get back to our tribes. I can't wait until everybody pulls up and now we can finally get the party going for real. Because a lot of why shit's lame for a lot of people in life is because they're not making it not lame. I don't give a fuck. I sat around millions of people. I've sat around so many people and watched them complain about shit and not do anything about it. Oh, but we're going to go and buy lottery tickets. Oh, but we're going to go and fucking, take loans out. Oh, we're going to go. No. This is a beautiful song. No, there's no reason. The mind is constantly flowing with all types of shit at all times, and you think I'm about... No. No. It's like you're constantly reminded every day on a daily basis of how great everything is, and you choose to ignore it. Why? I don't. I'm obsessed with this shit out here. And a lot of this shit I don't even understand or know too much about, but I look forward to figuring it out. It's not about, it's, no. I don't care about false confidence. None of that shit. Be happy, be confident for real. If you're not walking with God, if you're not connected to the universe, then you don't understand what that truly means. You might understand what it means in your own way, but you don't understand what it truly means. I didn't either. And there are so many influences out here. So not influencers. There are so many influences out here that can guide you. They can guide you. So yeah, thank you for 100 subs or 100 followers. It's beautiful. And I'm going to keep saying my thank you even when we're sitting at a billion, trillion, zillion. I don't care. Because it's the right thing to... Well, I wouldn't say it's the right thing to do, but it's just a good thing to do, you know? A very good thing to do. And as long as I'm doing anything, I'm going to make sure it's all good. You know? It's all good. I'm going to make sure it's all good. I'm going to make sure it's all good. Always. Because if you make sure of anything, you better make sure it's all good. These damn markers, pencils, pens, yes. It's so funny. You know, but hey, don't think. We just grabbed, so... I don't know what I'm doing with this red. This is looking kind of scary. I don't want to make a scary picture. Maybe we save it with some blue. And then we pull up with some... Damn, what is this? But yeah, man. You know, especially, like, this is what are going live. You know... That's something too that I haven't done that much, but you know, ever since we started doing it, I've been doing my best to just do it as much as possible, and you know, because I'm all about engagement. I've always said that. Okay, universe, bring us fan engagement. Okay, viewer retention is cool because people always think about, oh, what do I have to do to get people to look at me longer? And really, it's like, no. That's the wrong approach. That's the wrong approach. That's the wrong... Hey, that's the wrong approach. It is. Fan engagement essentially represents it represents people being social and kicking it and keeping it cool with each other. It's funny when they have all these fucking words, all these different meanings for the same shit. I guess it adds to the diversity. Yeah, this is that one. I want that green one right here. Right here. It's a beautiful selection. I love to goof around. What's going on, Marquez? Marquez, man, I really pray I didn't say that wrong. But I pray you're having a great, great weekend. And on top of that, I pray you're staying dry because, man, it's about to start storming out here. I don't know where you at. But earlier I was filming and I got caught in a storm and it was flooding. And it wasn't flooding, but, like, you know, you've been hearing about the floods. And I guarantee, you know, like, it just takes you being out there to see how fast that shit rises. All right? But at the same time, like I said, I was also talking about how great people are because it's raining. No one's outside. Boom. But then it stops for just a little bit. And then as soon as it stops, boom, cookout. Hey, there's been plenty of times where I'm out in public and you smell some people cooking some good food and you want a plate, but you don't ask because you don't know them and that's just rude. I don't know. I wish this would stop falling. But no, okay? And I don't, hey, just like the storm, we're always going to do our best to brave it and stay out there. But guess what? When this phone literally is all you have to keep shit going some way, somehow, you know? You got to protect it and you got to wait. So, but I'm always wish everybody the best day because it's not just about what I got going on. It's about what we got going on, you know? Everybody right now on live who actually have like a lot of people watching them and shit, that shit didn't come overnight. They started just like this. Okay, they started just like this. I don't know if he left or not. I would say hi. Hey, yeah, there we go. And I'm telling you, This thing. I got a flash goal. What's a flash goal? Start flash goal. League match. What is flash goal? What is league match? Can someone please tell me what that is? There's no one. I wish could like I don't know. Even if it's an AI bot, could you tell me what that is? You've got a flash goal. Achieve this optional goal to win 24-hour live gold theme. Your current goal. Not now. I don't know what that is, and stop adding extra stuff. Okay, we'll get to all that in time. You gotta break away. You gotta break away, or else you ain't gonna have shit to say. For real. I'ma stay breaking away, breaking away, breaking away. Actually, what I'm drawing right now is actually, or what this, I'm gonna turn this whole sheet into just an abomination of color. And I don't mean abomination in a bad way. All right, I don't. So. Woo. Never tell tales, ayy, can't really fail, whoa, ayy, huh, water all around me, ayy, ayy, water all around me, whoa, whoa, might need a pale face. Tara, hey, I also always said, like, you know, do your best to travel and get out and make the most. But here's the thing, everyone's in a different boat. We all can't just fucking drop everything and travel like that, because if we travel and we take just, you know, too much time away from what we're doing, then we're not gonna be able to get our shit done. Now, if you're traveling and your work is like, you know, and your work has something to do with traveling, then by all means travel and make the work out of it. But there's a lot of people that they'll work for however long they work, and then they'll just put the work on hold. We don't put what? No, we don't put what? No, we don't put what? We don't put no fucking work on hold. You can shit. We ain't no. Don't put the work on hold. I already said that's what's keeping us alive out here. Don't put the work on hold. Please don't put the work on hold. Honestly, we would really appreciate it. And I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about we really appreciate it. It's bad enough. I've worked for jobs that still owe me money. It's probably my fault, right? My fault, huh? Right? It's my fault for working at a job and right? And you know, maybe I just started or something and then I didn't keep my schedule or something. I didn't take a picture of the schedule or something and I just trusted their word. And that ended up in me not getting paid. If we live in a fucking country where if we live in a world where everything you have to pay for it, then pay me for the work I do for you. And I'm keeping it cool. I'm not trying to. I'm gonna be fighting this the whole time, right? What in all reality? What do you want me to do? Because if you're not paying me, I'm not doing shit, bitch. Like I'm not. Because all the time you hear people talk about modern day slavery and it doesn't feel like it until you think about all the work you did for a bitch ass company and you don't get where's your check? One of the longest time I've waited for money from a job that I worked over 40 hours at, 3 weeks. I was working 12 hours at a fucking place, 5 days a week. The first week I started, okay, cool. Obviously, you don't get your check till the next week because you have to load up the hours that current week to get it the next week. But if I don't get them that week or the week after, what the fuck? Somebody getting whooped. I don't care. and when you think about, you know, your future, because that's all you're thinking about, and you're being mindful of that, you don't trip too hard, you know, about it. But then but you also need your money too, because that's what's investing. That's what's investing your shit. That's one of the reasons why you don't just go home and fucking go to sleep. And by all means, if you're tired, get your rest. I love me a good nap. But are we actually sleeping though? No, we're not. For what? I don't like advertisements. I don't like Advils. I'm a natural bitch. What the fuck is this playing? I don't want no piano. Although if I could play piano, I'd be very, very, very... Actually, piano, if you can learn it, is therapeutic. Face. I don't know how much you can hear this. I'm probably loud as hell. Alright, good enough. Good enough. Yeah, well... I'm drawing random things. So many random things. But nothing ever happens like randomly. There's no such thing as anything that happens randomly. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm about to sit there and act like just because it happened, coincidence or not, that it wasn't supposed to. It always is supposed to. Huh? I don't know. That things keep popping up and flashing. I didn't name this live because they didn't even show the name last time. Because if you trying to be on some conflict shit, it's going to get ended real quick. Yes. What am I talking about? Most of the world ain't fighting for shit. Oh my God, what do you mean? They're not fighting for what they love, for what they live for. You know, live, laugh, love. They ain't fighting for what they laugh about, what they live for. And what I mean, what they laugh about, the things that really are connected to their true joy. If you're laughing about bad shit, that's bad. But if they're laughing because, you know, they put in an application somewhere, or, you know, and then somebody got back to them with good news, woo, I'm laughing with them. Why wouldn't I? My eyebrows just do like a wave. I can't wait. I can't do the wavy eyebrows. All right. Most people can't box for shit, let alone wrap some shit up in a box at Amazon or at a factory or whatever it is. Most people don't fight for the important shit, but they are so quick to beef and get into a little ass squabble, into a fucking tussle. For what? It's almost as if you don't really want to fight, but you just want to take out your, you know, misery on the fighting opportunity. I don't fucking know. And I don't. And I don't. And I don't. And I won't. You shouldn't either. You shouldn't. Alright? It doesn't matter what it is, okay? On a dime. Keep it moving. Because life is going to be, but then sometimes it's going to drop like that, and then back on, and then ooh, okay? All right? That's what it is. And you got to love it, because it happens so fast. You'll find yourself in the middle of a great day, and some fucked up shit will happen. And then it's up to you to make sure that your day continues to go on and be great. Okay, so I have multiple tabs open. So we're doing what we're doing. You know, we're discussing, we're popping shit, we're talking, exchanging on a divine frequency. You'll notice that I mix it up. I go back and forth with the goofy shit, but then I'll come back in and we'll balance it out and focus on what's important. You being a winner, you being successful, and you getting the fuck up and realizing, hell yeah, another opportunity to be amazing. More than you already are. But I like to have fun. I've been told... Do I have to say it again? I'll say it again. I'll say it again. And I'll say it as many times as I have to. No church shit. Come on, stop. That shit is so limited. If you are in the church and you love the church and the church is benefiting you, great, amazing. But one thing nobody should ever do, regardless of what the fuck they practice or preach, they should never tell people what they should or should not be doing. Or they should never go out of their way to just be... They should be aware of the fact that these colors are beautiful. Right? So here's your Christian. Right? But then you have someone who's spiritual. So put the green spiritual person, right? Fuck that. I'm the green. This is me right here, right? No religion, no nothing, none of that. Free. Right? And then you have the Christian right here. Right? And then you have a Buddhist right here. Right? And then we'll put, right? So, oh shit. Bet. And then, fuck it. Slippy Rot, what's going on? You just joined in the middle of one of my diversity examples, right? So we have a Christian or something like, okay, these three, okay, two of them are religious. One of them is me because I'm not religious or political for shit. All right, I just try to be free, grateful. I'm with the universe because the universe doesn't go, hey, read this or follow these laws and do this and you'll get good shit. No, and then here's the purple one, the atheist, right? So don't believe in shit. This one is just happy to be here, happy to be alive, happy to be grateful, right? This one would represent the divine ones, the godly ones who just they understand that they're remembering a lot of the shit that they had forgotten, right, since being here, and they're just, they accept the fact that there's no, you don't have, and by all means, but they support anybody and their religion and whatever it is, right? So if you take an atheist and then you take someone who doesn't do, he's just spiritual, right? Atheist, spiritual, and then we have like two religions. These two religions right here are gonna go back and forth and bash. Meanwhile, these two are gonna stand, the atheist and the spiritual person, they're gonna stand there and be like, what the fuck? All right, now it depends though, because sometimes atheists can be very, very science-based, and it's like they throw the universe out the window, despite the fact they love the universe so much because science is a part of the universe. All right? Regardless of all that, what's the point, Slippy? Tell them. They're all beautiful colors. Who cares? Okay, so what? This is Gem, all right? Gem is green. This is us. All right, no religion, no nothing. No. I'm just here. I'm on the universe's side. I'm for the galaxy. I'm for the earth. I'm just here for all things good-natured and godly and peaceful. That's it. Hey, thank you. I wish I could. Sparkle, flag, sparkle. Thank you for joining us. Jenny Real, what's going on? We're keeping it real. We're going to do our best to. But you just joined into one of our little demonstrations about the beauty of diversity, right? But not diversity among ethnicity and race or anything. Views and morals and shit. I don't care. I already said, okay, this could be Buddhist, this could be Christian, this could be just a spiritual, godly, or just a spiritual person who doesn't really follow all that. He's just seeking within and following that. And then you have the atheist who doesn't believe in shit, right? A lot of them are gonna, like I said, the two religions are gonna argue, but then these two are gonna be like, the spiritual person is probably just gonna try to stay away from anything negative, but and like I said, the atheist might not. Atheists aren't bad and shit. I just wish they would have, something about I don't ever come at atheists or anything because a lot of the atheists they're non-judgmental and they're not gonna treat you like how the religious people are sometimes. Right, because it comes down to, are you cool to be around? Are you cool? I don't care about everyone has their own destiny. Everyone has their own beautiful path represented by all of these beautiful fucking colors, right? So what you believe in and who you, all that's all great, and we should all support it. You know, regardless of if you're spiritual, regardless of what your shit is, because, you know, over time, you know, we're gonna just really, really activate and truly see shit for how we're supposed to see it, not based on listening to friends, family, coworkers, or just being around Earth for however long we're on Earth for, and to just go with the narrative. Because I've been said it. This is some bullshit. Okay, how the fuck are people who aren't even alive anymore gonna sit up here and write rules and make laws and shit that's still affecting people who are alive in a badass way? Okay, we could talk about healthcare. We could talk about the fucking the you know, the work week, the normal work week for us. That shit was put in place in like the 18 or 1900s. Who the fuck is still alive from then? And if they still are, they're probably doing some weird shit, Ra's al Ghul style. I don't fucking know. God damn. It's facts. And you don't have to take okay, I'm gonna be battling this pen case this whole time. But you don't have to take as if that is what you think you should only be doing. You do know that you will be given more if you take with the intention of giving. If you take with the intention of only benefiting yourself, that means you forget the fact that you're a part of the universe. The universe is bigger than all of us. Don't forget about that. You forget about that, then boop. What is boop? Boop. Boop, boop. That means you think you could fucking 1v1 the universe. We can't do that. I don't want to. I love the universe. I don't give a fuck if I'm in a spaceship and I'm out taking a tour of, you know, the world or the, you know, things beyond this realm. I don't give a fuck if I'm at the park and I'm with the dragonflies. Or if I'm with the froggy woggies. Brr. Okay? They're a part of the universe too. And a universe is not only limited to planets and stars and shit. No, the universe is way bigger than that. Bigger than that. Oh. Okay, Toyota, I get it. But you're not sponsoring this for shit, so you can stop playing in the background. You guys have so much money, and you have no business cutting in if you ain't gonna send a check. I don't know what that check would be, but back to the more important stuff. And I pray everybody, especially, is staying safe and dry. So I don't know if it's storming out there where y'all are at, but it's storming. Yeah. And we gotta stay dry, okay? But one thing I'm not gonna let, I already said, I'm not gonna let the storms wash me out. I don't care if it's a spiritual storm of life going through bullshit or if I'm actually outside working with the camera and shit, I'm trying to get the video. I will be out there as long as I can. What's going on? I gotta, dang it, people leave and then I can't even do it. I can't even say hi again. Cause I'm still like working the bugs and working out the levels and you know, there's music in the, I just started playing music in the back, so yeah, I'm trying to get the thing together. You know, I'm trying to get it all together, I'm trying to get the pens together. And if you want to know what we have so far, I don't know what this is supposed to be. So I got a wing so far with a smiley face, and then this is like a planet on its head. I'm just random stuff, and we're putting it all together. Okay? Hey, wait. I think Jenny, you already joined, didn't you? Or did you rejoin? I don't know. You can do what you want. Everybody's a free god or goddess. It's always up to you. Cute and interesting. Oh. Why, thank you. We really appreciate it. Not really trying to be any of those things. One of those things that we're trying to do is like influence the fact that everybody is already a star. Oh my gosh, the confidence. If I could just... People really need to step outside their spirit a little more and see just how much they sparkle. You ever hear that phrase? Oh, like, you never see people through their eyes, so you don't know like how great you really are, some shit. Because we're so used to, like, everyone's so used to themselves, but like your friends, your coworkers, people you hang around, they see you like in a way you could never see like yourself because like you're you, right? So, but yeah, it's always an opportunity, right? Just like all these colors, paint, create a lot of art. It's about the imagination. Getting used that, I'm sorry. Yes, it's about the imagination getting, yeah, it does. It does. Cute ninja, wait, I'm sorry, I need to stop saying that. Because I can't, these glasses make it hard for me to read sometimes. Paint creative a lot of, what kind of art do you like to make? Because I'm all for imagination being unleashed to the highest extent. To the highest extent, because there's no limit to it. And that's one of the things, just like all these colors, all the people out here, in all of the different fields of expertise, stop playing with it. Huh. You got recording artists, you got, sketch artists, you got, we don't fuck with con artists though, right? There's so many, and art is not only limited to just an art form. Like, okay, as we all know, all those things that I just mentioned, that is art. Visual Candy, okay. I'm gonna have to check that out then. And I'm not even just saying that to say that I can't check it out right like now, I don't think, because I don't know if it'll stop. But I'll definitely check that out, because I'm all about fan engagement. I'm all about being aware and connected to the greatest things in this world. I don't care what level it's on, okay? I really don't. So, it could be like you said, Visual Candy, right? It could be that, or it could be a whole. I don't care what. I love all art. And I think everybody loves all art for the most part. What does that mean? That means that most people don't give themselves the opportunity to go to museums, to go and, be around these atmospheres where it provokes your mind to engage and think and just, I guess, appreciate all of the different ways you can think about something. Like, okay, so, right. Anything can be art. Most people be like, oh, what's art about? Like, I'm trying to think, because there's so many different examples. So, okay, a sculpture, that's art, right? Cool. Okay, a clay pot, that would be art. That would be art. But, there's something artistic, there's something artsy about, like trash blowing in the wind. Even though I don't like to see it. But maybe that's just because, like when you're a poetic person, you see everything as art. I don't know. I mean, life can be so lame sometimes. Life is art, so you have to see it that way, so the color never dies. I don't want the colors dying in my life or anyone's life. The earth tries its hardest to keep things bright and colorful. So the least we could do is, post our art, make our art, show our art, okay? Love our art and love life at the same time, because shit, God can cook and life is a work of art its damn self. All right? There's no one over here. Well, there's Squirtle over there. But yeah. I actually think art is one of those things that could it damn near explains like the origins of the universe. But nothing is limited. And that's why it's important that we all hustle and we all like truly love who we are. When you love yourself and then you go out into the world with that, I'm trying to tell you, it's infectious. How infectious? This much? No. Fucking to the ceiling. And when your energy is infectious like that, you walk into interviews and you crush it. You walk into whatever the opportunity is. You get to the sketch. You get to the canvas. You get to whatever the thing is you need to do or want to do or become or succeed or achieve. And it's already done. There's nothing better than certainty, right? Fear and worry are the worst things. And a lot of times it's because people don't know. Oh, I don't know. No. All right, that's part of the surprise. Okay? That's part of the surprise. Figuring it out. Now, I'm all for surprises, but at the same time, let's keep it safe and, let's be aware. Let's not just, go out running into life and, all careless and impulsive. No. We want to exercise. We and this are God's art. He expressed and created us to express and create infinity. That's the most, do you write books? Because you should probably write a book. You know what? Who am I to say what you should probably do? That was very well said and put, and if one day you write a book, bestseller immediately. I'm telling you, that's all I'm going to say. And I want you to know I'm inspired from what you just said to the point where I'm going to use that as actual inspiration to get better at how, I express, about things. Like how you just said that. We're God's art projects. Love it. Love it so much. So, and then it gets to the point, right? Okay, cool. Yay. That'd be amazing. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, see, and they don't know yet. They don't know. Because when it comes to the real ones who support you, especially before anything, like, I don't forget. They're like, back when I started, there's people from schools, maybe like one person that I know from like middle school a long time ago who still like supports like stuff that, I do. And it's nice when you have at least one or two people who say, hey, great job, keep going, because most of us don't have that. Most of us have never had that. And that's why, because of that, we try to be grateful, and we try to make the most of everyone we get to have positive exchanges with. We don't limit having, I gotta get drawing. If you have any requests, actually, too, let me know. I will draw anything. I will try to draw it. It probably will look very goofy and weird, but I know you're probably not judging. In fact, just like art, it's funny that you said we're God's art projects, because just like the art projects, you ever look at, like, it could be any type of anything in art. It's not without its imperfections. It's not without its little crinks, or its little, like if you look close at if you look at like the Mona Lisa or something. Forgive us, God. You will look. I guess that's not the best example, but all I'm trying to say is that art is not without its imperfections. That's all I was really trying to say, and those imperfections are what make it great. So, because things can't be perfect. You don't want them to be. At one point maybe I thought I wanted perfection, but perfection is not the direction. I found that out. Especially when you're broke and you don't have shit like that. I don't care. Because when you're with God, you're connected to everything that's on the way, as long as you just stay alive. Everything else gets pushed out, and oh man, it is a pressure. It's pressure. But pressure sets over time. And then you're able to hop back in and keep things moving. I appreciate my pain. I think we all should appreciate our pain. It gets to the point where I feel weird sometimes, because I think about shit that a lot of us have been through, but then in my own tab, I'll be like, you know what? Like, even though it hurt, I like how it hurts. I like the fact that I went through some shit that kind of hurt over time, so I could take that hurt. It's a weird process. I'm sure it's a weird process. It's a very weird process, but it's necessary. When you go through shit that you didn't ask for. But did we? Yeah, kind of. Ugh, these markers will not cooperate. So, you get to this planet, but then you follow God in your own way, because everyone's supposed to. We all can't just follow one specific, like we all just can't follow the Bible way, and then expect that that's going to be the reason why like God's happy with us for real. Like, no. And I love the Bible. It's a very good, if you want to learn about things, the Bible is great for awareness, and there's a lot of great stories in the Bible. The Bible is a testimony. It's a big tablet of testimonies, and it's you can learn a lot from it. This is my thing with religion. Why do they try to moderate and curate shit? Please put the Book of Enoch, put it back in there. Or can Hollywood, with all this money y'all got, can you make a movie just called Enoch? Passion of the Christ did well when it came out back in the day. And then there was a movie about Noah's Ark too. I forgot. Not Not the one, what is it? Not Evan Almighty, but the fucking, I think it was just called Noah. I want to watch that. That looks good. There's, ooh, hey. Oh. Church is fine and all that. I said I grew up in the church. But I had to leave. Because I didn't leave, like, when I say I left church, I mean I stopped following the schedule of shit. I stopped going every Sunday. I stopped doing shit out. I stopped doing the paper, and I stopped doing all this stuff that I thought was like extra school. School was already, you know, whatever. So I'm not going to try to do that again. I don't want to have school again. That shit felt like school. And I love school. School is an opportunity to learn, appreciate, and expand. But there's a lot of shit that's, you know, the spiritual warfare on a daily basis. Everybody, we got to stay strong. Okay? We got to stay strong, everyone. On a daily basis, there are so many forces. There are so many, and when I say forces, I mean there are people and things out there that don't want you to enjoy your art, to enjoy your favorite foods, to enjoy your whatever it is that bring you great. God wants us to freely choose our path. He is not afraid of open minds. People want to box us in. I couldn't agree with that anymore. Because here's the thing too, when it comes to like, you know, actually like you and like all of the divine, right? All of the true divine ones. They understand that God is really not like this bully like that. God is really not this or that or this. Because here's the thing. When it comes to things that are not acceptable among the heavens, that's already in your spirit. You know not to do terrible things just because you think it's funny or think it's cool or because whatever. For money or whatever the thing is. There's, you know, we know that. And so much to the point, you know, you probably get around people who might not be the most godly, but you still support everything that, you know, that makes them happy, as long as it's not like hateful or something, right? That's what it's about. I mean, I can't judge. Don't want to judge. God is the best judge because God knows all. None of us do like that, except for on our own path. But when it comes to like what a corporate billionaire is doing behind the scenes or something, leave me out of it, right? Leave us out of it. People want to talk about, oh, it's the money. Oh, it's the fucking corrupt spirit. Money might have, you know, because guess what? There's a lot of people who took money and made great things happen and they never were corrupt. The choice is always out there, okay? So when it comes to like the true force of God that is ever always flowing within us, connected to the universe, galaxy, earth, all right? That's something that it's actually pretty fun to understand more and more over time. Because you know that we know that we don't have all the answers, and we look forward to finding out as many as possible forever. And that's one thing too, like, you don't have to, like, we never have to prove. What do we have to prove anything for? God is great, earth is amazing, air is damn great, water is damn great. How we feel when we think about our favorite things or do our favorite things with our favorite people. There's so many great things to give God great credit for. And then you embrace God truly. I don't love people because of faith or politics. That's the best way to spell politics too. I either like you or not. Truth is written in heart. Follow. Yeah, exactly. Because automatically, if you get around some people who are bad business, your spirit knows. God will let you know. And then you just don't associate with them. Because they're taking things for granted. And, you know, sometimes people who do bad stuff, it goes on a little bit just so because God loves us all so much. God wants us to understand. And I don't ever refer to God as a he or anything. I just like to refer, because he is such a simple thing. He, her, you know. I like to think if God is everything, then God is everything. You can't put a gender on that or some, you know. So refer to it as, you know, it's the highly exalted Almighty. And guess what? You could list all the best describing words ever. Joker Brothers, what is going on? I pray you're having a great day. I pray you're staying safe. I hope you're not caught in a storm because I almost got flooded out earlier. But I made it safe. Okay? And you know, weirdly, after I got out of the rain shower, like outside, I don't know, the rain got some vitamins, maybe some oils. Not some oils. But the rain probably has some great nutrients that make your hair look boop. So, woo. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. We were talking about how automatically if someone, you know, is like negative or not cool, look, one at a time. I'll say it over and over again to anybody who's joining or who has been here. It needs to be said as much as possible. You automatically know when you automatically know when someone with a bad spirit is around you or something. Okay, so automatically we're here to be cool. We're here to keep it cool. We're here to have cool adventures in all ways. In all ways. Uphold that shit. Because when we don't uphold it, that's when we go, oh. That's when we get headaches. That's when we're like trying to like avoid people and shit. When people are great, you don't have to avoid people. There's a lot of people out here, all right? I just refer to everyone as beings, but when it comes to what it means to be human, I don't know what this music is, first of all. This sounds like some like spiritual journey. Nah. Because it's not about convincing. Okay, and you know, in religion, they try so hard to get people to like just not be themselves while they also, you know, stay connected to the divine. And that's not something that's okay. You should always support what people want to do, regardless of how they want to do it. Not everybody is different. That's what makes all of these colors so beautiful. Over and over again. All right? So I'm not going to waste God's energy on giving energy to people or beings who seem like, you know, maybe they do understand common sense or maybe they do understand, you know, right from wrong, but they're not exercising it. I'm not going to. And no one should out there. Please don't do it. It's a fucking headache. Oh my gosh, it's a fucking headache. And it's not something that actually bothers you. No, that light is so bright. It's not something that actually bothers you. It's just something that you go, you know, Frizz Spam X invites me to co-host. I don't know what that is. This is all new. I don't know what a co-host is. Should we... I don't love... Oh, okay. See, and then I start reading, like, other... I have to have points? Hey, look, TikTok, you're going to have to send me a manual. No, I'm just messing with you. That's probably online, PDF. You know, it's probably a file that I can read, a downloadable file that I can read. Or something. I don't know. Okay. I'm telling... Okay, for everyone watching, I want you to know, if you've seen any of the shorts, or not the shorts, if you've seen any of what this is about and what we get down, what we talk about on this channel anyways, or whatever, you'll know that I'm never trying to convince, and I'm not ever going to sit up here and try to be someone I'm not just for the sake of people watching. I don't care if it's no one watching or if... Have a good night. Oh, yes, definitely. By all means. Oh, it was nice. It was nice kicking it with you. Go and by all means have fun with all the other lives and all that. Have a great weekend. All right, it was great kicking with you. Stay godly. All right, Jen, for sure. You're the best. Everyone is the best, but especially you because your bestseller gonna come out. And don't forget my copy. Hey, and you know what? Maybe I'll have a book too by then. You know, and then I can just give that. So, for sure, invite. No, I'm not inviting. I can't invite. Thank you for the likes. Yes, you're amazing. You know what? Because those the hearts just mean that you like actually genuinely had somewhat of a good time or whatever. It was worth something. It wasn't boring to the point you didn't stay for however long you did. You know, so I appreciate it. You're really amazing. Thank you. Right. One of the many amazing colors that we all belong to in God's crayon box. Yeah. I haven't even been... Well, I colored this in, but yeah. I don't know. Hey, I need to get on the variety too. Especially when it comes to... you can play games and stuff on here and... You know, you can... There's all types of stuff. I just started this, so I'm going to get more interesting with all this in the future. So, most definitely. Dun, 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 dun. Someone, I don't know what a co-host is either, but if they want to co-host, I don't know how to access that. I don't know if it's gonna cut this off or, it doesn't matter. Anyways. It's glitter, it flickers. 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 It's glitter, it's glitter, it's glitter. It's glitter, it flickers. Yeah. The whole point of here's the thing. I try to think about every day and what the whole point is. Okay? I think of life as one big ass video game, okay? God is the master programmer. So when you understand that, oh my gosh, because look, I feel like things are very well advanced out here. But they could be more advanced, and even if it was like, even if our advancements were on like a super alien level, it's not good enough, because then you think about you can't even think about how strong God's power is. I'm not trying to compete with God for anything. I would never try to do that. But I'm most grateful for having God in the universe as a teacher. I am so grateful. You don't understand. What am I talking about? Let me tell you. You go through life. A coach is great. It'd be nice. A mentor is great. A mentor is great. It'd be nice. So then all throughout life, we think we need well, it's not that we think we need, but like, okay, growing up, we have parents and stuff, and there's teachers and coaches and other people and stuff, but it's like, God is the best teacher. I understand that more than anything, and ultimately, I don't overthink about shit in this life. Because the whole point is to enjoy the ride. Enjoy that fucking ride. Just make sure, forgive us, God, just make sure your ride is the most amazing one. I already said the worst thing that God could tell me is, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. The worst thing that God could show me on top of that is what I could have been doing. If you're godly, you probably have a big heart, especially like a big spiritual heart. You want to see people succeed as much as you want to succeed yourself. So when you see other people not share that same type of energy, it makes you just sad on the inside, because you want to see everybody eat. You want to see everybody fucking eat. I don't want nobody starving. That's why I do this shit. Because this shit's keeping me alive, but it's also going to be one of the reasons why I can keep as many people as possible alive. And I don't know any motherfuckers like that. In terms of around me, like, I have my circle I'm most grateful for. It's not the biggest one. Like I said, I don't have many around me. But for the ones I do have, I'm grateful. And I understand that that's God putting those people around me too. It doesn't matter if it's for a work purpose. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be beautiful souls in this life. You know who you are? They always do, because I do my best to always let people fucking know. You don't have, look, death isn't real and all that, but we also don't have forever with most people, right? We don't have forever with people like that. And I'm not saying as if, oh, you're never going to see anybody again or anything. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm saying, like, for instance, there's so many cool people I've worked with at jobs. Had some cool times with them. Even at lunch, we would do cool things too. Like talk about cool songs and music. And that's about it. Yeah. But there was vibes, okay? It was all just simple shit. Just, at the lunch, in the break room. Out by the cars. Out, on lunch break, off property. There's a lot of cool stuff that I've, this is all simple, basic, not even, oh my gosh, right? It's all just simple stuff. But the simple shit matters. I'll never forget me, Never forget. And then there's those times where you go out and you're having just a normal day, and then you meet like a stranger or something, and like they don't say anything to you, but just them like, sorry, no, it's all good. Like just that right there, because of how they did the outfit they were wearing or whatever. Like they could be wearing everything has energy to it. Everything has